Hello, all my friends. Welcome to another Dear Miss J. Today is J Day because every day should be J Day, of course. Miss J is back with some more. I don't even know what you call this, but I'm back with something, okay? I got my tissues with me today because I don't really feel that great. So just in case you see me using them, whatever, mind your business, okay? All right, so let me put my glasses on because I'm always squinting trying to read what my people got to say. So let me put my glasses on this time. All right, let's get into it. ID code is 530. ID code 530. It says, Dear Miss J, I've had a crush on this one guy for the longest time, and now he's finally my boyfriend. Okay. Now he's finally my boyfriend. But now that I am with him, I think I like the idea of being with him better than actually being with him. That is so cool and it's fun. I mean, not cool. I don't know why I said that. He can be very sweet, but I feel like I am trapped because he also can get really annoying and very clingy. Part of me wants to break up with him, but another part of me knows if I do, I'd feel terrible for breaking his heart. What do I do? This is so real, legit. So sometimes as people, we get caught up in the notion of things. Notion meaning the ideal of it, the thought of it. But then when that notion becomes a real reality, a living, breathing, I need you reality, we're like, I was good. I can do without. It is terribly unfortunate that we don't have opportunities to do trial runs for things. I guess we kind of do through friendship. We start friendships first. We can do a trial run. But, man, look, I hate for you to tell your boyfriend that whole it's not you, it's me kind of thing. But it sounds like legit that's it. I would just be honest with them. Miss J, if you all hear my theme throughout, usually it is honesty. It is enough. It does enough. However, we have to find ways to finesse, or not necessarily finesse, because that sounds like you're being dishonest, but ways to tailor your words so you don't become hurtful, because, of course, none of us want to be the source of anyone's hurt or heartbreak, because we know what that feels like. Nobody's got time for that, really. So my best suggestion to you, reader, would be have a conversation, and through the conversation, because sometimes people do too much, when you get, and you know what, I would say this, explore this first, explore where the neediness and the clinginess is coming from, because 9 times out of 10, it's coming from a place of insecurity that is causing them to feel like, I have to cling on to you, I have to hold on to you, I have to, whatever. Sometimes it really just legit is people's personality, they just need a lot, and I'm not judging anybody, I'm not, but sometimes people just need a lot, and if you're one of those people, God bless you. God bless you. But if it's coming from a space of insecurity or them feeling like, if I don't hold on, then I'm going to lose out, on Susanna. I'm going to lose out on Susanna if I don't grasp and hold on to her as tight as I can. So first, I would try to have a conversation to figure out what that is. Did they bring this into the relationship? Did they come with the baggage already on their back when they came here? Or was that just created once you all became an item in the space? Because if you were friends and you didn't notice it ahead of time, unless y'all just jump right into it. But you said you was crushing on them and y'all got relationships, so you must have known them a little bit ahead of time. But sometimes people just aren't, they're just not what they were cracked up to be. They're just, they're just not what we thought they were, honey. When you start opening the pages, you're like, oh my God, this is, it becomes a bit mortifying. And I get that annoying, bit all irritating. People don't want all of that, whatever. So especially, depending on what kind of female or male, it might be a guy, but depending on what kind of female or male my reader is, sometimes people just don't want all of that. Now, other people like clingy people. They like needy people. They like people that feel like they need them. I can't eat, sleep, and breathe without you. They like that. And then other people, which sounds like my reader, they don't want all that. They're not interested in it. That's too much. If I want to have a baby sucking, then I would do that. But I don't feel like all that. No, you're an adult, so you can't, we're not doing that. This ain't breastfeeding time. So, yeah, I would just try to have a conversation first to see if that was generated or if it was already there when they came. And then if it seems like this is just who they are as a person, then just kindly, to the left, hey. Just tell them, hey, I gotta go. And I'm not coming back. This time, if you remember one of my other videos, I said I'll be back. I won't be back. I'm sorry. I won't come back. I won't turn back. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm not coming back. So, yeah. But, yeah, just tell them and talk to them and find out where that comes from. And then once you find out where it comes from, you have to make a decision for you. And one of my other Miss J's, I told you all about, sometimes you got to be selfish and you got to worry about you and not feel like you have to lock yourself into something because this is what other people expect for you. You got to live. You got to breathe. You got to sleep at night. This is on you. So they'll be okay. I'm telling you. They're going to have another you in a minute, okay? Matter of fact, they'll be here in a minute. No, I'm serious. But no, they'll be all right. They will live. I promise you. They're going to live to see it happen. So do what you got to do. Poo-poo. Toot-toot. Tang-tang. Dear Miss J, ID code 854, ID code 854. It says, I have a husband. Me too, reader. I got a husband too. We got something in common. I have a husband and I don't have one of these. I have a husband and a boyfriend. That's nice. How's that working for you? What advice do you have for me on how to tell my husband I am not really happy in the marriage, but I love my husband? This is real, friends. I know every time I read something, I say this is real. They're all real, obviously. But when Miss J says it's real, it's because I feel it. That's just my way of saying that I feel what you're saying. So my reader has a husband. And then she got a little boo thing. She's my little boo thing. Well, I'm assuming husband. Again, it could be a guy. I don't know. I'm assuming because she said a husband and a boyfriend. It's a female. So my reader has a husband and she has a boyfriend. A side piece. And she wants to know how to tell her husband she's not happy anymore, but she loves him. This is real. The delusion that love is enough is just what I said it is. It's a delusion. It's just not enough. You can love a person to death, but it does not make for a good marriage. It does not make for a happy time just because you love them. So you all have to be able to work. It just has to work. It has to fit. It's got to flow. It's got to flux. And if it does not, then therefore we have unhappiness. That's kind of how that happens. It does not mean that the husband's a bad guy or that he treats you bad or he's beating you upside the head or he chasing tail. It just means that y'all may not just be the happiest together. And that's okay. The husband and the boyfriend, don't be like my previous reader where you got this thing and you think it's going to work and then the boyfriend don't work either and he a hot mess too. So that's just jump back to that last word for that one. However, on this word here, on this piece of columnist here, you have, again, it goes right back to the honesty or find out. First, make sure you dissect, kind of like I told my last reader, kind of dissect to make sure what's lacking that happiness, if it really is just because you and the husband are not compatible or it's because you are running into issues that's causing you not to be happy. So make sure you dissect that because if it's something internal within yourself, it may not have nothing to do with your husband, the boyfriend. You could be dating Denzel Washington, for all I care, and it will be the same difference. It wouldn't matter who you're with. So make sure that happiness that lack of happiness is not something that's coming from you, but it is actually coming from the unification of your marriage. So let's start there. Make sure that, because I would hate for you to drop off Billy and then you're going over here to Tyrone and you took the unhappiness with you to Tyrone and now y'all really, it's just a hot mess. So that would be absolutely terrible. God knows it would be for you, for Billy, for Tyrone, for everybody. For the rabbits and for the birds, just tweeting. It's going to be bad for everybody. So that would be my one thing. Make sure, find the root of the unhappiness. That would be my first thing that I say. But if it is just a thing that, hey, I'm just not happy with us together anymore. This is just not working. It worked at one point. It's just not working now. Things do just stop working. That's just the reality. It's an unfortunate reality, but it is a real reality. I would just sit them down and tell them, hey, I love you. I really do. And they're going to be hurt. And this is the other thing too. We have to realize people going to be hurt. Hurt does not necessarily mean harm. So hurt can be temporary. Harm is long term. Harm is something that comes to destroy, comes to cause problems, whatever. Hurt comes and goes. So I've been hurt a lot and I'm glad about some of the things that hurt me because they were no good for me and now I'm in a better space. So hurt does not necessarily mean that it is the end of the world. People are going to, sometimes it's hard to avoid, okay? I'm hurt when Cracker Barrel doesn't have any more macaroni and cheese left. That hurts me. It does, for real, legit. So what I'm trying to say is that, they're going to be hurt by, you're going to be hurt because you love them and you're attached to them. And they're going to be hurt because, hey, you're telling me that you're leaving me and then essentially to be with someone else. So either way, hurt is going to be involved in the equation. So there's no way to 100% avoid it. There isn't. So number one, lock that in your head. It's not going to be able to be avoided. They're going to be mad at you. They're probably going to hate you. They're not going to like you. But they are going to get over it. And maybe later on, what we pray is that when it comes back around, they can be in a better space, whatever. Now, I don't condone infidelity by no means. I'm gonna be quiet. I don't condone it by any means. But all of this is real, so it is what it is, and that's my fault. It is what it is. Right or wrong, good or bad, it is what it is what it is. So, yeah, but no, I would try to talk to them. Number one, like I said, identify the unhappiness, whether it comes from you or the unification, and definitely have a conversation. It's going to hurt them. Just don't try. There's no need to try and deny the inevitable. That's just what it's going to be, whatever. And I hope that the boyfriend is all of what you want it to be and all of what it cracks up to be, and that your husband will one day learn to know, hey, she or he really did love me, and we just weren't working, and be able to explain it to them that way. Hey, I'm just not that happy. We're not happy. We're not happy. And if you're not happy, chances are he may not be either. So he may be quickly able to identify with you. Hey, you're gonna be like, hey, sweetie, I'm sorry, but I'm not happy no more. He was like, oh, finally, thank God somebody said it, because I ain't happy either with you. You think you unhappy? I'm not happy either. No, I'm joking. But yeah, it'll work itself out. But definitely identify it. Make sure you know, because sometimes we think what we're dealing with, what we're feeling comes from other people, and we project on other people when really it's us all the time. And we got to work this stuff out here. Work out your own soul salvation. Work it out here, and then join in with other people. But if it's not worked out here, it don't matter who you with, sweetie. Honestly, it don't matter who you with. It's going to be a hot mess. ID code 223-223-223. It says, Dear Miss J, I am married, and the marriage now, you know what? And I said I have got my glasses. I didn't even put them on to read my other ones. If Miss J stumbling over some words, y'all just pretend like y'all don't hear that, okay? Don't be trying to judge me, talking about my baby can read. I ain't got time for that, okay? I am married, and my marriage has been off and on for some time now. My spouse and I don't communicate like we used to, and the affection for one another seems non-existent. I'm so sorry. Miss J, so sorry. We have talked about things. I've even offered to go to counseling, but my spouse refused. It just seems like it's getting nowhere. I have been talking to a friend on the side, and that friend really makes me happy. What should I do? What should I do? Ooh, what should I do? So we have a marriage that seems to be going south, or has been going south, north, south, north, south, north. And it sounds like my reader has tried to make efforts towards making things work out better, and the efforts have kind of pretty much hit brick walls, and does not seem like affection and things are a part of the equation, which they definitely have to be, reader, so I understand. Miss J got you, boo. And now we have a friend over here, right here, the friend right here. We have a friend over here, and the friend makes me happy. He does. He makes me very happy. What should I do? It sounds like you have, to an extent, exhausted your resources in the sense of, in the parameters of the marriage, trying to find ways to make things work. I will say, again, for another station identification, make sure that your efforts to try to make things, and I don't know where the friend came in the equation either, so just take that into note when what I'm about to say, because my reader doesn't tell me. So I don't know if the friend just got here or the friend had been there for a while waiting in the car outside the door. I'm not quite sure. But we need to make sure that, number one, our efforts in trying to salvage something is not clouded by our desires elsewhere, if that makes sense. So sometimes when we're being pulled another way, we're like, oh, wait, no, don't go. No, wait. That real faint wait, So just make sure that, number one, I will say, sometimes when we have a desire to go, we try to make up reasons and things like that. But it sounds like this has been something that's been going on for a while with my reader, and they're just real, it's up and down, like I said earlier. It's been up and down. So in that case scenario, I would not base, and I know you may have just been adding a friend into the message just to let me know that there was something else, but I would not base any of my decision making on the friend or how the friend makes me feel. One of the hardest things I ever had to do in my life was detach myself from my feelings. So, and I say that because our feelings have the ability to sink our ships. And they're fleeting. And the reason why that is because feelings are fleeting. They come and they go. You ever been in a situation in your life and you just love somebody and something so bad and it was just all you can think to do and be, and then later on it goes all to crap and it's all a hot mess, and you go back looking at them like, my God, what in the world was I thinking? They look like a caterpillar, or they look like a little sloth, or I just can't believe it, I was so hung up over them. Yeah, we have all been there, honey. We all been there. He was, tired in bed. He was tired, and we had glorified them and made them to be something so wonderful. And at the end of the day, they wasn't working with a lot. She was flat. Her backside was flat. She didn't have that much going on. He was whack. He didn't have that much going on either. And we just glorified it and made it into something so wonderful. And it was nothing. It was not much. Anyway, I got to look carried away. Tell somebody I said I got a testimony. Hashita. But anyway, no, I'm teasing. But no, I'm not actually. I'm being very serious. But back to the subject. Back to my reader. See, this is why Miss J good at this, because I empathize with y'all. I got you. We here. We right here. So definitely make sure that your decision making, don't even Put them in the equation and what you're going to do and your decision that you're going to make. But if you have feel like you've exhausted all your resources, and I don't know if you specified if your spouse wants to stay with you. It's been talks about things even offered. He refused. Okay, okay, yeah. So it doesn't say. But I don't. So I don't know if this is a situation where you are trying these things because you're trying to make it work and it's not working, and your spouse is refusing because he doesn't want to make it work, or if your spouse is refusing because he's just stubborn and not the most intelligent when it comes down to emotional intelligence. I'm not sure. But hey, do you want this marriage? This is what my conversation would look like. Do you want this? Is this no legit? Just like this. Just like this, sis. This is what I'm gonna tell you to do. Is this we gonna just lay it right here. Do you want to be married? Do you want to stay married? Or are we staying in this? Yes or no? If the answer is yes, then where's the telephone at? We about to go call and we're gonna sign up and we're gonna do what we gotta do. If your answer is no, I see you. All right, bye-bye. I mean, just like that. We ain't gonna drag it out, okay? I'm gonna be hurt, but guess what? I'm gonna take me and my things and we're gonna go. Okay? So, yeah. It's at this point, if you all been going back and forth, we don't need, nobody got time to keep going back and forth. We not gonna keep doing all that. Now, we in it or we not in it. You want it or you don't want it. You invest it or you not invest it. When you invest it, you sacrifice, you work, you put that in there. If you're not, that's fine. I ain't mad at you. And let them know you're not hurting my feelings if you don't want this, because I got to poop. He over here waiting for me. All you got to do is give me the word. Give me the word, and I'm going. No, seriously. Sometimes people feel like they're trying to spare you by not telling you that they don't want it anymore. You ain't got to worry about sparing me. You don't want it. You don't want it. And sometimes their actions tell you what they want and that they don't want it. So if their actions speaking to you, they're telling you, I'm done, I've tapped out, then guess what? We both tapped out. We good. You good? You good? I'm good. Tap. It's over. The round is over. The fight's over. When the person tap out, them 3 taps, that's it. Referee, we done. Fight's over. So yeah, just have a real. No pussyfooting. Have a real conversation. This is what we gonna do. We want it. We working on it, and this is gonna be. If you don't, it's all right, because Tyrone waiting right over here for me. Seriously. And yeah, or we can pray. You pray. I'm so sorry. We pray too. Everybody, 1, 2, 3. I think I did 3 today. We're gonna pray that everything, yeah, because we got lots of side pieces tonight. We got Miss J is so sorry. We got a lot of side pieces. we got a lot of side pieces tonight. So we're gonna pray. We're going to pray for that side piece spirit. They say you go to a restaurant and say, you want any sides? You be like, absolutely. I don't just want the chicken or the ribs. I want all the sides. I'm going to need a side to supplement, just in case this rib not good. Just in case the barbecue sauce too tangy. I'm going to need a side over here. So, yeah, we got a lot of side things going on. But look, guess what? Hey, Miss J with you. I am there with you. I promise you. More than you know, I'm there. So, anyway, okay, dearmissj@gmail.com. Tell a neighbor, tell a friend. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel and all that kind of good stuff. Until next time.